Hi yogis! So there have been a lot of requests for a hamstring lengthening video. I know that for me, if I've been away from my mat for a couple of days, the first thing that I really notice when I come back is that, hey, my hamstrings are super tight. And it's one of those things which they're really nice to feel when they're really open, so whenever we jump back in, we really want to push and make them open and make them lengthen so that we can be nice and free in our yoga practice. But make sure it's a really huge group of muscles, so as you go through your practice today, make sure that you're almost coaxing the muscles to open, kind of flirting with them, so you're not jumping in there, jumping the gun and really pushing, but coaxing, keeping your breathing going so that you're always going to have a nice fresh supply of oxygen to keep the muscles moving. So we'll go nice and slowly, see how you feel, and we'll get going because there's no time like the present. So just come up to your mat. You're going to take a nice easy seat just halfway up of your mat, so you guys will be facing in front of your mat, but I'll look at you guys. So there's the two main types of seated position. There's your sukhasana, which is your nice schoolgirl sitting with your shins crossed, but we're going to take siddhasana. So you want your shins to be almost kind of in front of each other. The heels are going to be aligned, and it's just going to mean that you're going to get a nice, more even stretch in both of your hips. If there's a heel that you tend to put in front, maybe switch it up this time just to make sure you're getting a nice even opening in each hip. Then when you're ready, just take your hands towards your knees, see if you can press into the sits bones and feel that pressing down. Lift up through the musculature of your torso so that your shoulders can roll down your back, your chin can sink into your chest as the shoulders roll down the back, and just begin to close your eyes, take your energy a little bit internal, and just see if you can start tuning in. Just take nice deep breaths in and out through your nose. If you practice Ujjayi breath, maybe now is a good time to start connecting. And see if you can just become aware of any tension that you're holding, maybe where the breath is heading today. Maybe you've got some nice full belly breath already going, or maybe that breath is sitting quite high up in the chest. So see if you can work on making that breath nice and deep. Filling all the way up, imagining your lungs filled all the way down to the bottom of the pelvis, almost feeling the pelvis expand as you inhale, and then as you exhale, see if you can feel a kind of lift and squeeze right from the bottom of the pelvis all the way up through your torso, getting every last bit of air all the way out. On your next inhale, maybe flicker the eyes open. See if you can inhale, reach the arms up and overhead, and then as you exhale, see if you can lift the legs off the floor, press into the sits bones, find some length in the spine, and take your arms so they're parallel with the floor. Palms of the hands reaching up towards the sky, not sinking and depressing into the low back, but really lifting and squeezing back there. Nice, guys. Inhale, reach your arms up towards the sky, and then as you exhale, slowly lower all the way down towards the mat, trying to keep your shoulders and heels off of the floor. Then when you're ready, hug the right knee in towards the chest. So we're just going to stay here for a couple breaths. So really work on pressing the navel down towards the spine, just lifting up with the shoulders off the mat and hugging that knee in. Then if you'd like, you might just be feeling it enough here. The knee might not even be in close. It might be like this. That's fine. We're just at the beginning of the class, so don't push anything. But if you are feeling a little bit open, make sure that your feet are both flexed. You might begin to walk the hands further down the shin, or maybe you're going to grab a hold of the bottom of the sole of the foot, like kind of like a stirrup for the foot. And just keep breathing, using your core here, using the energy in the legs. And then when you're ready, on your next exhale, just release it all down. We're going to take a little half happy baby, so the shoulders are relaxed on the floor. Begin to take the right knee towards the outside of the right side of the torso. Stack the ankle over the knee. Bring the hand down towards the floor and just get a nice little stretch. You might want to take the left hand onto the left hip just to kind of keep it pinned down. It's kind of tempting to roll up, but try and keep your pelvis square on the floor. And just breathe. All the way through class today, don't try to keep breathing. If you're moving too deep into something that you lose your breath, you're just going to build up tension. If you keep breathing, you're going to get your nice lengthen. So take a nice big inhale here. When you're ready, exhale. Hug both knees in towards your chest. Maybe roll along the lumbar spine a little bit. Then when you're ready, see if you can inhale, reach overhead, and exhale, roll back into Navasana. Nice, guys. Inhale, reach arms up and overhead, find some length, and then exhale, rock it down, feet lifted, shoulders lifted, draw the left knee in towards the chest, flex through both feet. Nice, guys. So we'll just again hold here for a couple breaths, really hugging that knee in, if the knee's up here, don't worry about it, we'll work on it, we'll be back here at the end of class, so we'll see if there's been any progress made. Again, if you want to walk the hands down the shin, maybe take your feet and hold it in like a stirrup, that's fine. Keep working the navel down towards the spine, staying nice and strong there. Take a nice big inhale, and your next exhale, just release shoulders and leg down towards the floor. We're going to take a half happy baby on this side, so we're going to step the knee towards the outside of the left side of the torso, stack the ankle directly over the knee, take the hand on the outside of the foot and just start working the knee down towards the floor. Again, if you want to use the right hand as a bit of a weight down on the right hip, then go right ahead. If this is feeling a bit too much for the beginning and you can't really get the ankle stacked over the knee, maybe you want to hold on behind the thigh, that's completely fine. Take a nice big inhale here. On your next exhale again, hug the knees in towards the chest, see if you can take a little bit of a roll around. And then when you're ready, inhale, see if you can rock, and exhale, drop back up into your Navasana. Nice, guys. Take a nice big inhale, reach up, and then exhale, cross the ankles, take the hands shoulder width distance towards the front of the mat, fingertips spreading, and then just step yourself all the way back into downward facing dog. So make sure your hands are shoulder width distance apart, your feet are hip width distance apart. You're going to press into the finger pads of every single one of those fingers so that you're not cramming the weight into the wrist, but really distributing it all the way through the hands. Then see if you can almost roll the weight so that the majority of it's going into the thumb and forefinger of those hands. Nice, guys. As you press into the hands, see if you can roll the triceps in towards the face, draw the shoulder blades down the back so that the head stays nice and loose and heavy towards the floor. Almost wrap the shoulder blades down towards the mat. Maybe you're going to inhale, come up high on the tippy toes, take a bend in the knees so that you can press the sits bones even higher up towards the sky, imagining a straight line from the hands all the way up through the sits bones. Maybe you'll manage to get a bit of an internal rotation of the inner thighs so that it feels like the sits bones are widening, and then exhale, lower the feet, the heels all the way down towards the floor again. Nice, so you should be feeling nice and strong here. Inhale, come up nice and high on the tippy toes again, and then as you exhale, send the left heel down towards the floor. Pull back with the right hip crease to try and keep your hips nice and level. Nice, guys. Inhale, come back up. And then exhale, send the right heel towards the floor. Pull back with that left hip. Nice, just feel that release. Inhale, come back up. And then exhale, send both heels towards the floor. Beautiful, guys. When you're ready, inhale high up onto those tippy toes. Draw the knees in towards the chest as the ribs come back to touch the thighs. Glance forward so you're kind of in your pounce pose. And then just tippy toe your way all the way towards the front of your mat. Bring the feet so that they're touching. Make sure that they're parallel. There's no pointy feet. They're both touching. Maybe the heels are a bit wider. That's fine. Inhale, press into the feet. Reach back with the tailbone as the chest reaches forward. Shoulder blades roll onto the back. Take most of the weight in towards the balls of the feet so the hips aren't sitting back, but stacked right over the heels. Nice. Exhale, hinge and fold. So remember, we're not wanting to shock the body by just making sure the legs are straight and cramming ourselves down. Make sure you've got that nice bend in the knees so you can get a nice reach through the tailbone, nice length in the low back. You're not compressing and cramming in there. And lengthen down, letting the head hang heavy. Inhale again, find that nice halfway lift, opening up through the chest, and then exhale, hinge and fold. Nice. Inhale, lift through the chest, and then exhale again, hinge and fold. Beautiful, guys. When you're ready, inhale again, find that halfway lift. Exhale, gather up through the belly, start to roll through the spine, and then as you inhale, lift the arms up and overhead. Exhaling, circling the palms down and reaching them at your chest. Nice, guys.